Hello, welcome to my video. If you're also new to the fountain pen world like me, you've probably wondered about Sailor versus Jinhao 82. I have another review for Jinhao 82 on this channel, and I wanted to do a true comparison. So if I hold these pens like this, can you tell which one is the Sailor and which one is the Jinhao? I'll pause and let you look at them. My thumb is covering the labels. So this one is the Sailor and this one is the Jinhao 82. As you can see, they are very comparable in size. And I'm making this video for two reasons. One is Jinhaos are cheap, Sailors are quite a bit more expensive. Another is Sailors have, or at least this one has a 14K nib. Jinhao is just a steel nib. And they both keep coming up in my recommendations, obviously, because I buy a lot of fountain pens and fountain pen accessories. And I looked online a lot for some comparisons, and I really couldn't find anything. So I decided to do my own. This is actually a Frankenstein Jinhao 82. I will show what the pen originally came looking like, but basically I took the finials of another pen and put them onto this ivory pen. This is Sailor Shikiori Migetsu, which means autumn moon, or harvest moon. And this is in, I think this is in their seasons collection, 4 seasons. So I have both of these pens inked up with Sailor Yoremeku Kitsune Biori. And I've done some writing samples, and I will give you my thoughts on them. So, just to go a little more into this, the Sailor pen has a medium fine nib. I have a fine nib on this pen. You can see that I've already started a little bit. This is my second time trying to record this video. And then I'm also going to show, let me make sure it's here. No, this is also fine. Where did I put it? Oh, wait. Oh, I lied. The ivory pen actually has a medium nib. And then this one, which I will talk about in a little bit, has a fine nib. So how do they all write? How do they compare? Is it worth it? Oh, I'll give a close-up of the nib. This pen is available on Amazon for like $70. And then these are around $10 on Amazon. So let's get into a sample. So I've already written out I don't know how well you can see the coloring here, but I've already written out the pen and the ink. I'm gonna write in cursive pen test a few times. All of the Jinhaos that I've purchased have written right out of the box. It kind of makes me wonder about the comparison of people who buy their Jinhaos on AliExpress versus Amazon. I wonder if the AliExpress pens write more poorly out of the box than the ones on Amazon. That would be interesting to find out. Let's do some of these. So it is a very, it's like a standard fine line. Feels very smooth, very solid. The pen's nice in my hand. You can see some of that shading. Well, I didn't need as much room as I thought here. Yeah, maybe I'll just do one of these. And so now I'll show you writing sample. I did 3 writing samples here with this pen. This is a poem from Walt Whitman called, oh man, what is it called? The poem is called The Last Invocation. So we'll write. Yeah, okay. So I have print, I have cursive, and I have all caps. Yeah, you can see this is, the cursive is a little light, probably because I just inked up the pen and it might have been a little diluted, as you can see compared to over here. But yeah, solid pen, feels good. Now I think I'm gonna skip down to the medium. And we'll end with the sailor. Sorry, gotta get this out of the way. Sorry, but not sorry for all of the nature sounds in the background. Okay, there we go. This is a Jinhao 82. I'm just going to call it Ivory. You can see the wetness of this pen. This is in a medium. I did not write fine up here. I guess it doesn't matter, but I like having it there. This is I don't know why I'm writing it like this. I never write the brand after the ink title, but I started that way. Meku. And now I have to finish that way. So we'll write, is sorry if my camera is like weird. It's being weird. Hold on, let me adjust this. Okay, I think that's better. Okay. So right off the bat, you can see the difference in saturation in these two pens, or nibs. I don't think I mentioned it. This is Tomoe River paper. This is my ink journal, which you guys have seen before. And then let's just do apologies for the shaking. So yeah, so just right off the bat, you can see the difference in these two nibs. This nib is from my a different light colored Jinhao, and I think it looks really nice for a medium. I think I have a medium in my Kaweco, for my Kaweco students to swap out. I think it's a pretty similar line to this. Feels good. It's not bouncy or anything. Here is the writing sample. So if you look at, let's see if I can. So if you look at them, you can sort of see. Oh, you can see the difference there. Way more saturated down here compared to up here. All right, and now let's try out this sailor. Hopefully it didn't. Okay, good. Okay. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but it's very loud. Oh. All right, so initial thoughts. Definitely feeling that feedback from the pen. Compared to the Jinhaos, it feels grittier, I think is how I would describe a sailor pen. It's interesting because it's calling itself a medium fine, but it's not between a medium and fine of these pens. To me, it looks just like the fine. And if I had to be honest, I would say writing with the Jinhao feels better. It feels easier, which is silly. They're like, it writes, it's a pen, it just writes. You put it to paper and the ink goes onto the paper. But the Jinhao feels a lot more accessible. So yeah, so moving on, let's look at the writing sample. So here, I will say it does look more like it's in between these two, which is interesting. Yeah, so I guess I would say that if you are looking to get the classic sailor feedback, you will not find that in the Jinhaos. You will find a standard nib that's pretty much like most other pens on the market, with the caveat that there's a chance you'll get a dud. But I think there's a risk with that for any pen that you purchase of any brand, no matter how high end. I think that for this pen in particular, you will not find a pen that looks like this. If you look closely, it's got little sparkles in the resin. The gold is very rich, and of course it has that 14K nib. So looking at it next to this pen, yeah, they look very similar, but it's not the same. I will put these other ones, these other Jinhaos, next to it to show you sort of the color range I have right now. Oh, I have one more. This pen has I've swapped the finials around on these three, basically, to sort of create the pen that we're looking at today. Yeah, so I'm thinking about I have a lot of Jinhaos now. This one is my least favorite, so I'm thinking about giving this one away. I will keep you all posted if I ended up doing that. I do have another Jinhao experiment coming up soon, probably, and it's going to involve this pen, and then I'll have these finials swapped back around to the correct pens. I hope you enjoyed this video. I was hoping to get this out a lot sooner. I'm happy that I finally settled this question in my brain. It was really nagging at my brain, and now I can see the difference of these actual pens. A dupe is never the same as the real thing, which I'm sure everyone knows, but I think you could be happy with a Jinhao. I think they're different pens. They look similar, but they're very different pens. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Bye.